Hi, this is Erik Linask here in Las Vegas at CommTel Spring 2011. I'm talking with Overture Networks CEO Jeff Reedy. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Eric.
So really, it's been very exciting for you guys. You've had, I guess, completed the merger between Overture and Hatteras Networks.
Yes, we announced it on Monday that we completed the merger, and we're really excited. This is something that Kevin Sheehan and I have been talking about for a number of years, because we're both located in Research Triangle Park, and so we both saw each other grow up and be successful in our own subsegments of the market. And we've been talking about, wouldn't it be great to put the two together to really become a one-stop shop for the service providers, so they can, have a total solution set to deliver Ethernet services to their enterprise customers and to their wholesale customers.
So, as you know, I spoke with Kevin a short while ago, and for our viewers out there, definitely check out the interview between myself and Kevin for more on the companies and the synergies between the two companies. Jeff, maybe what you can help me out with is what does it really mean for that service provider community? What have they been getting? What are they gaining from the merger of these two firms?
Well, they get several things. One is just the question of scale. Ethernet services are still in the early innings. I don't know what inning it is, maybe the top of the third or bottom of the fourth, but it's still at very early innings. And actually, we've gone from the early adopter stage to a high growth stage. And so they really need a company of scale that can support them as they roll out these services in a large manner. And so that this merger provides that for them. It also provides them a one-stop shop so that they don't really have to worry about how am I going to reach my customer? Am I going to reach them over copper, over fiber, over existing legacy TDM infrastructure? Now they have one place to turn to that they can get a consistent solution that can provide them a way to extend their footprint and reach all their customer locations. Because quite frankly, if you reach 9 out of 10 of your customer locations, you're not going to get the business, because someone else is going to come in there and say, I could do 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100, or some cases 1,000 out of 1,000. And so that we're solving that problem for them. But more than just the kind of the physical connectivity problem, the challenges facing the service providers today, it has to do, again, with the scale idea, is how can I scale my services? And that goes into all sorts of problems that we help solve in terms of planning their services, provisioning their services, creating new services, differentiating their services by being able to classify different types of packet types and offer different classes of service, and then monitor and prove that the services that they're delivering are meeting the SLAs that they signed up their customers for.
Well, certainly the all important SLAs. So, was the union between Overture and Hatteras, is that something that was sought after by some of your clients, or is that did that not play into it at all?
Well, it did turn out that as we were talking to customers, they were saying, hey, I would need some technology that we don't have. In our case, hey, I like to reach some of my customers over bonded copper. In Kevin's case, it was, I need to reach some of my customers over fiber. And so we were naturally, as part of our organic growth, looking to enhance our product portfolios. So this merger and union actually just accelerated that process. And again, it was because the market was looking for, there was not really one company stepping up to provide that one-stop shop. And so we saw that both as a need and an opportunity to be able to do that.
And it's certainly much more cost-effective and efficient than trying to build out those additional capabilities on your own.
Yeah, and it's there's a time factor involved too.
Right.
And again, because of the growth of Ethernet services, taking off right now, the people are looking for that solutions today, and really could not afford to wait.
Maybe the point that hits home hardest is what you mentioned about really offering a one-stop shop for your customers. I think that's one of the trends that is really becoming a hot topic in the industries. People just don't want to go to multiple providers, multiple vendors. They want to get everything from one person or one company.
Yeah, and it's a matter of convenience and having an easy interface to work with. But there's also other things there too, because you're getting all the equipment from one vendor. Then the same experience that your customers are getting in terms of the services that they're getting, no matter how they're reached, you can count on that. If you're getting that all from one company. A big problem with carriers and any type of service, and Ethernet services, IP services, MPLS, it doesn't really quite make a difference. It's a whole integration into the carrier's OSS and IT support systems. By having this one-stop shop, we can help solve that problem too. I mean, we really look to partner with our carrier customers in making their implementation and planning of services much more faster and much more easier to deploy. And that is really where some of this innovation that we both Hatteras and Overture individually had done. Now we can bring that together and really provide what we're calling a universal Ethernet services platform to allow them to have that ubiquity, no matter what type of service they want to offer or what type of connection they want to offer. They can do that now.
How long until your mutual customers are going to be able to realize the benefits from the merger?
Well, I think they'll see immediate benefit, right away, and I think over time, and the right away will come from just having more solutions, and a larger company that can support them in terms of customer service and sales support and operations. Over time, they're going to see more product innovations, and really, again, as they start to think about how can I differentiate my service offerings, because these carriers are competing with each other as well, and so they need innovation in what they're providing, and they need cost effectiveness. And so over time, with our product enhancements that we work together to provide, they'll be able to realize some of that.
Are you done, or are there other companies that you might be interested in merging with or acquiring?
Right now, I think we are focused on making this very successful. I think we actually have all the pieces of the puzzle to be a key part of the networking landscape. I mean, carrier Ethernet edge and aggregation is a big part of the network. It's becoming more and more important as you're talking about moving services from the individual enterprise into the cloud. People need to get to that cloud. And so we feel like right now we can be very successful in what we're doing, and just that's the challenge ahead of us, is making sure that works.
Well, I wish you well. Jeff, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We've been here at CommTel in Las Vegas with Jeff Reedy, CEO at Overture Networks. Jeff, thank you.
Thank you, Eric.